Hello everyone, welcome to another edition with me, aka DJ Fuad. You can call me the public enemy who hates no one. I am coming your way this evening once again for us to talk about something that uh, may be of interest to you, may be of interest to your friends, your family, or whoever. Um, this evening we're going to talk about technology, iPhone and Facebook fight. I think a couple of weeks ago, I had an encounter with you whilst I was in the Western region, and I told you about Facebook's new policy, which is also affecting WhatsApp privacy issues. And I told you and I explained to you what those things means. The new WhatsApp privacy issues. So if you haven't watched that video, you can go to my YouTube channel at DJ Fuad and watch that video about WhatsApp new update in terms of privacy policies. Now, the new one that is going to affect Apple users is that if care is not taken and the tussle or the war between Facebook and Apple company is not resolved, Apple may have to ban all Facebook products or apps on their new release. You know, Apple is about to release the iPhone 13 and all of that. And their new, what they call it, privacy issues is affecting Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. If you've been observant with your iPhones, I'm not an iPhone user, but those of you who use iPhone, you will realize that one of the things that is dear to Apple as a company is security for their customers. Yes, if you don't know, check it out. And that is why some people, it doesn't matter how expensive Apple is, they still want to use Apple, because Apple is trying as much as to keep its clients' secrets or privacy as they can. And Apple is saying that Facebook seems to spy on their users a lot. And I explained to you in that video, so you can go to my channel and watch that video if you haven't watched that one. What it means, what the new WhatsApp privacy policies. And Apple is saying that the number of things that Apple take from Facebook take from its users, WhatsApp take from its users, Instagram take from its users is too much. For example, they monitor the other apps that you use on your phone. Facebook monitor that, WhatsApp does that, Instagram does that, so that they can send you tailor-made advertisement or ad. Okay, so that is why when you are on Facebook, if you are a Real Madrid fan, you realize that you see a lot of stories about Real Madrid. If you are a Chelsea fan, if you haven't checked, that is how they get it for you. When you go, you're using Facebook and you go to Chelsea fan club page and all of that, they see that, oh, this guy is a fan of Chelsea. So if there's any product or news or whatever about Chelsea, Facebook will bring it to you. Facebook is able to do that because Facebook has access to other apps that you use on your phone. And the other day I explained that for me, that is not too much of something for me to fear, because I knew already. As a media marketer, I knew already. But maybe you don't know why when you go to YouTube, you see some things that you're interested in. It's not that it came there by chance. No. Google knows that you've been browsing about those things. You've been searching on pornographic sites. So any pornographic video on YouTube will pop up for you to watch. It's an advert. You understand? Those of you who like spirituality and religious stuff, You realize that when you are on YouTube, you see adverts about spirituality, zodiac sign, astronomy, astrology, numerology, and all of that. Yes, that is how they get it for you. That is how Facebook gets it for you. And Apple is saying that going forward in their new release of Apple products, they are going to give users an option to tell you that look, Facebook is going to watch this, is going to have access to this, have access to that, have access to your camera, have access to your microphone, have access to this and that on your phone. Do you agree? And if you say no, it means that you cannot use Facebook on your new Apple phone. You understand? And I think it's only not about Facebook. It also extends to Apple, Google. Google also do the same thing. That's why when you go to YouTube, you see your favorite things in an advert form. Okay, so the new Apple phones that are going to be released are going to give you that pop-up when you click on Facebook and you want to open Facebook or install Facebook. The new Apple phone will ask you. The new Apple phone will ask you, do you agree for Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram to have access to ABCD, which they can use to track you, to send you adverts? If you say yes, then you can use Facebook. But I know the reason why now there's going to be a legal battle between Facebook and Apple company is that many people, when that pop-up comes on their phone, and they realize that, oh, Facebook is going to have access to all this privacy about me. Facebook is going to go through all the websites that I browse in. They will decline. So this heads up for my Apple phone users that know this in advance, because very soon these things are going to come. And already when you check the news, Apple and Facebook are in back and forth. Facebook is saying that what Apple is doing is not good. So what is the alternative? So if Apple goes ahead to implement what we are talking about this evening, what it means is that Apple may have to come with their own search engine. They are not going to use Google again. Apple is going to come with their own search engine and many other things, which means Facebook and Google are going to lose a lot of users. Of course, unless the same person who has an Apple phone has an Android, where he or she can easily use their Facebook products. Facebook, when we say Facebook product, Facebook have about 3 main products: Facebook itself, Instagram, and WhatsApp. These are the main apps that Facebook has. So wrapping it up, I'm going to talk about a different topic before we wrap up. I'm going to talk about vaccine injury protection or vaccine injury compensation, because Canada has said that they are implementing a vaccine injury compensation program for their citizens. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tomorrow. I'll do a full video about what Ghana as a country is going to do, because right now, for the look of things, it looks like, whether we like it or not, soon the COVID-19 vaccine can arrive in town. What are the protection? What are the compensation for people who may get adverse effect? Yeah. So wrapping up on the tech issue, that's Facebook versus Google. Apple may, use the word may carefully, I use it carefully. Apple may give people who want to use Facebook, Google, and Instagram on their on their phones the option that, hey, you can use Facebook, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp on our phone. That's the iPhone 13 that is about to be released. I don't know whether it is released. The Apple guys tell me if it is released. But Facebook is going to have access to this information about you. WhatsApp is going to have this information about you. Instagram is going to have this information about you. If you agree, click I agree. Then you can use your Facebook, your Instagram, your WhatsApp on the Apple 13 phone. But you decline. If you say no, you might not be able to use it. So that is that. And if it happens that Apple is going to ban Facebook products, that is Instagram, WhatsApp. Oh, thank you. Somebody says Apple 13 not yet out. Thank you. If Apple decide to ban Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp on their new Apple phone, which is Apple 13, then it means that Apple need to come out with their own search engine and other apps, chat apps. Okay, maybe people will be able to use chat app like Signal, Telegram, and all of that on the new Apple phone that is yet to be released. So somebody watching right now will be asking, okay, but DJ Fuad, why are you comfortable using Facebook? Yeah, I believe that's the question. Well, I'm comfortable using Facebook, not because I don't know they track me, they monitor other sites that I browse on. I know. That is why they are able to send me updates about other things that I have interest in. And because of that, that is why I always say that if you want to be safe online, it doesn't matter all the VPNs you install, all the security things that you buy on your phone or device. Please, you are a human being. Have your own life. Have a private life. It's not everything that you should do with your phone. Okay? It's not everything that you should do with your phone. It's not everything that you should do with your phone. Don't be doing everything with your phone. Things that if you think that if a third party have access to, you wouldn't be happy. Don't do it on your phone or on the internet. Okay? Because when it comes to information about us, yes, our government has information about us. Didn't you do your voter registration? Didn't you do your Ghana card? They have every information about you. That's why when you're there, you're able to receive some unsolicited messages from other companies, which sometimes is not correct. Somebody say that you are not well informed. Go and do your research. Okay. If you think I've said something here that is not factual or true, you just point it out. Rather than saying I should go and do my research well. I'm just giving you just a brief what is happening with Facebook and Apple and what we should be expecting. But as I said, I will continue to use Facebook, WhatsApp anytime I want because I know how it works. I know that those information they take about us are information that they take so that they can serve us with some adverts. For example, if I like CSF t-shirts and I go to www.csfshop.com and Google sees that, Facebook sees that, and CSF shop is running an advert, they will send it to me. They will send that advert to me for me to watch because they've seen that I've gone to watch it once before. You understand? So that is the dynamics. Okay. So enough of the Facebook and Apple thing. Let's talk a bit about vaccine injuries. Vaccine injury. Um, I'm the convener for the Coalition for Ghana's Independence now, the movement that did advocacy in 2015 for the government of Ghana, then President Mahama's government, to stop the Ebola vaccine trial that we wanted to test in Ghana, or try in Ghana. And through our advocacy, through research, we come to realize that Ghana does not have any specific, explicit vaccine injury protection for its citizens. What is vaccine injury compensation or program? Vaccine injury compensation is a type of compensation given to people who get adverse effects or who get injured during vaccination. Okay? During vaccination. Like me, myself, I'm a victim of vaccine injury. When I was a kid, or when I was a child, I was given polio vaccination and I nearly became crippled. So those of you who have seen me in person, you know that I don't walk like any other person. I limp on my left leg. Okay? It is because of vaccine injury. Now, I am not saying don't go for the vaccine. But what I have been fighting for Ghanaians and all of us since 2015 is that Ghana needs to have a law that will set up a vaccine injury compensation for people who may get adverse effects. Okay, Ghana needs to have a vaccine injury compensation board which will take care of people who get adverse effect. And when that board is in place, what it's going to do for Ghana Health Service and the public health system in Ghana is that it's going to give citizens confidence that if I avail myself for this vaccination and something happens, there's somebody responsible for me. Okay, many a times people get so anxious, people become apathetic towards vaccination, all because of the number of people we've seen getting injured and nothing is done for them. And it's all because vaccines are not 100% like safe. They are not 100% safe. A vaccine can save about 80 people during a vaccination or immunization and can injure about 20 people. Yes, the public health people will say that if you look at the public good, 80 versus 20 is cool. But who is going to take care of that child who become paralyzed? Who is going to take care of that child who gets leg problem like me? Like me, when I got injured with the polio in the 80s, my mom had to spend all the money she has. And that woman couldn't stand on her feet financially again. You understand? Owner says that, how is this bad news? Bad news for Apple users. It is bad news for Apple, not the users. Anyway, how you take it, I agree and I respect your view, Mr. Owner. Thank you for watching. So these are some of the things that some of us have been pushing since 2015. And I don't know, it looks like government is not ready to do anything about the Public Health Act. The Public Health Act 2012 has immunity and protection for the vaccine companies, the Ministry of Health, all the agencies that will be administering the vaccine to the general public. But they don't have specific protection for you and I. That is where my problem lies. Yes, in the US and other developing countries, they used to have that compensation being taken from the pharmaceutical companies who manufacture the vaccines. But it got to a point they said the number of claims that were going to the vaccine companies were too much. So the vaccine companies had a deal with the government for the government to absorb that compensation. You understand? Therefore, in the US, for instance, it is not directly the vaccine companies who pay the compensations, but the government. When you go to Norway, Norway have a vaccine injury compensation program where the government tax the pharmaceutical companies. Moheneba Kolege says, my mom is watching, change the language. Moheneba, I'm sorry. I have other audience who don't understand Chi. That is why you see me mostly. My English is not the best, but my other audience are okay with it. So forgive me, Moheneba. Okay, so in Norway, the government has made it possible for the state to extract the money to compensate potential injury in vaccination from the pharmaceutical companies into a special fund, so that anytime a pharmaceutical company come up with a vaccine and then somebody gets injured, they go to that fund and compensate the people. But in Ghana, neither the pharmaceutical company is responsible for your injury, neither the state. You understand? That is the problem. And someone will ask, apart from the compensation that will go to the people who get injured possibly, what else do Ghana stand to benefit when we have a vaccine injury compensation program? One, it will make people become aware of their body language. It will make people monitor themselves anytime they go for vaccination. Okay? It will make people monitor themselves, because in 2009, when the swine flu vaccine was used in Ghana, a lot of people had dangerous side effects. But because we don't even think that a medicine we are getting from the hospital or the public health service can injure us, we took it as it is. And I know many people attributed their injury and their suffering to the witches in their family. Meanwhile, the same vaccine was used in the UK, the same vaccine made by the same company. The company is a UK company called GSK. Was used in the UK. 2 children got brain damage when they were injected with the vaccine, the swine flu vaccine in 2009. And these kids were compensated with $63 million in the UK. Okay? $63 million in the UK. But in Ghana, nothing happened. That is what made some of us start a serious campaign in 2015 that the government of Ghana had to stop the Ebola vaccine trial in Ghana. Okay. So tomorrow, yesterday, I was supposed to have an interview on TV3 about these things. So maybe in a couple of days, I will start some interview in the media about this. And maybe tomorrow I'll sit down and do a full program on this. Your topic is so misleading. These 2 tech companies, especially Apple, never said its users won't be able to use its apps. They are both just fighting for privacy concerns. Read the article well. Nana Ekuya. Okay, Nana Ekuya, I hope you heard what I said. I said that it could be bad news for Apple users because if Apple finally, because the tussle is going on, if Apple finally decides that they are not going to let people use Facebook apps on their phone. It's a bad news for Apple users because it means that if you only have an Apple phone, you have to go for maybe an Android phone to be able to use it. Plus, when the pop-up comes for you to choose whether to let Facebook, WhatsApp, and all the apps that Facebook has spy you or monitor your movement online, and you decline, yes, as somebody said, that will be on the bad side for Apple as a company. Okay, so I'm not saying anything different from what you're saying. What is happening is that Apple is trying to claim that they want to give us more, whilst Facebook is widening its scope of monitoring and all of that. Let me see this one. This was the Apple can get us Apple Chat so we don't have a problem. This won't gonna get us to go to Android. Ooh, nice. That's your message. Melissa Foundation said that, I want to know if it is only Ghana or US also part. Okay. How is this bad news for iPhone users? It's bad news for Apple. Okay. Nice one. Exactly. He don't know what is going on between the two tech. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, so I'll wrap it up here and end it. You can follow my YouTube channel for more of such conversations. I call them conversations over there at DJ Fuad. Thank you very much for watching. Yes, I promise that I'm going to do some reactions to Date Rush as a show, as a philosophical program. But then I'm waiting for some software. I need a software to be able to do the production work. That's why I've not started my analysis or reactions on Date Rush. I've run, please. Which one is that? Tell your brother to do his homework. We respect your page, okay. What Apple is doing is to alert its members to initiate its users on privacy settings, and you good to go. Exactly. All right. So I'll end it here. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Kwabena Benito. You can call me DJ Fuad. We'll meet again.